Now, the first thing, let me open up Janus. Okay, so this is our Janus interface. Now, before I do anything, usually when I start up, if I load Janus up separately or in a new system, I would have to go and click on the preferences. I bring up my preferences, and the Janus configuration folder could be a relative path. In this case, it's a relative path. It has no C drive or anything like that. And it's the location of the folders or where I want to save all my definition files, for instance, or for my other files that Janus needs to operate. This could also be an absolute path. If it's a relative path, it's relative to the content. I input a image directory, which also could be a relative path or an absolute path. If you're rendering off a singular location, you can type that in here. I need to specify also where the ScreamerNet program is, because Janus uses that for test rendering. I specify a configuration file where Janus draws all the necessary information, such as especially the image formats and the savers. And also it feeds the ScreamerNet certain parameters during test rendering. I also specify a temp local work directory, which speeds up networked scene files. When you're drawing from the network, you don't want to process it along the network. Janus copies the files into this temp local work directory and does its work there and then copies it back. The other settings here are basically based off my own workflow, and Janus documentation talks more about that.